Happy Friday. I'm getting dressed to go to my Meemaws. I call it Steel Magnolia Fridays. We started doing this about, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. I go to her house most every Friday and roll her hair. And every 3 months we give her a perm. Um, when I went to cosmetology school, I was probably about 19 years old, and that was back in 1991. So I'm pretty old school. I love to do shampoo and sets and perms. And anyway, my Meemaw has allowed me to keep my skills up using her head. And she was actually my state board model. She's very proud of that. She tells me that all the time. And it was sweet. She went to Austin, Texas with me for me to get my license to do the exam and everything. But anyway, my Aunt Janet just got back from Israel and I haven't seen her yet. And she's making pizza today and she invited me to come. I boiled some of my fresh farm eggs and I put them in the icebox to chill them just for a minute. I'm going to make some deviled eggs to bring. And then I'm going shopping for some ball mason jars because I have some things that I need to dry can. But anyway, one of my girlfriends from high school messaged me this morning, and her son wanted his face painted a certain way for, I guess, his football pep rally today. And so she sent me the picture, and I immediately Google, or I don't Google, sorry, because in my title it does say Google is my third choice. I searched on YouTube a tutorial. So the painting was a certain style that I knew what to call it, and I punched in, like, let's just say if it was it was a sugar skull type look. It's, at the pep rallies, the football boys like to paint themselves like that and come out and do the whole football pep rally thing. So anyway, I punched it in the search in YouTube, and I always put the word tutorial behind it. So I was able to send her some videos. There's some that said easy way to paint this, and I know she probably doesn't have face paint, so I gave her some suggestions. Being that I am a face painter and I only use professional products, I never use acrylic because it is toxic on the skin. But I did suggest to her, because it was mainly black and white, just two colors, to do the blackout part with a waterproof mascara. And if she could get out and go to Hobby Lobby or Party City, they may still have some face paints on the shelves, to get a white paint and then maybe a white powder, face powder, and powder that afterwards. And do the white first, then do the black. And the powder would set the white a little bit because I'm sure they're going to sweat because they're going to be all excited at the pep rally. So you don't want it running off their face. But so the first place I always research anything, I don't care what it is YouTube. I love YouTube. I'm like a YouTube junkie, a researchaholic. And so I always find something. I love to see people demonstrate whatever it is I'm, searching. And that's it. We learn so much just from other people and watching the way they do things. And then you put your spin on it. So the second place I go to search is Pinterest. I like Pinterest. Sometimes, I'm a Pinterestaholic too, kind of. I have, like, I don't even know how many, what do you call it, albums or whatever I have in there. Some are private. I do some search on certain things and I just kind of keep to myself. But Pinterest usually, I'm a visual learner. So recipes is like one thing that I really enjoy searching on Pinterest because, they usually have it all laid out for you. And then they have the pictures to go along with it. And that helps too. But always YouTube first, even on recipes. You can just find anything. I mean, how to feed a bird. I just did a video on how to feed pigeons. And my third place is Google. When I go to Google, I mainly like to do a search for images. So when you go to Google and you put in what you're searching for, it automatically defaults you to all. So you've got, your list of websites you can go to, and occasionally I'll tap in there. It's a lot of wordage. So I pretty much first go to images and I study the images really hard. And sometimes you can click on an image and it'll bring you to maybe a good website and you can get more information there. So I haven't posted much this week. I've been really busy at the salon. I'm super excited about that. I did get a very advanced color, I guess, mentorship this week from two of my colleagues at the salon, Robin and Lori. Robin is a master colorist. Lori has been doing hair for, I think, 18 or more years. And she's very old school like me, so I can relate to her too. But anyway, I had a client that wanted, actually, she has my goats. I found a really good home for my goats. Holly, I did not want to, I've had them 4 years. I bottle fed and raised them, and they're my children. And I've got my two pigs, I got my deer, my hollyberry, and then I had Honeybee and Henry. Honeybee is a Nubian mix faint goat, and I left her horned. I didn't have the heart to, I'm kind of a faux farmer, guys. I mean, I just didn't have the heart to have them cut off when she was little. But they never gave me problems. And then Henry is a gorgeous Nubian. He's supposed to have been a miniature Nubian, but I'm not sure about that because he's pretty big and he's black and white, blue eyes. So, but there was food issues. We're only on 2 acres and only a small portion of that. I mean, not a small portion. They've got quite a bit of space, but I had 5 large animals in that space, and I tried to make it work, the last 4 years. And we just started recognizing that there was a little bit of food issues, and I was concerned for Hollyberry not getting enough. So, and my little pigs, Honeybee she would get little horns and try to buck my pigs a little bit. So I have noticed since they've been with Dundee that they have, there's a little bit more peace here at Faro Farms, and I went to see them. They've been with her a month. I went to see them last Saturday. I mean, it's on here. I have a video on me and my sister doing a road trip, and I went to a farmer's market, and anyway, they're doing very well. She's spoiling them. She used to raise deer, and she also rescues. She's actually rescuing 2 squirrels right now. So I just met her, and she wanted her hair done silver, platinum type highlights. And I asked Robin if she could help me, and she was like, yeah. And so it was on like a neck bone, and we worked on it for 4 hours. We actually had a little color correction to do first. So that was 4 hours Thursday, and she needed to get home to feed the squirrels. She was about probably 35 minutes from the salon, and it was pouring down rain. It was dark. So we decided to finish it the next day, and she came back at noon. It was another 2 hours on her hair where we lifted it just a little bit more with a toner, lifted out a little bit more of the yellow and the orange, and then we put a silver glaze on her. I did a deep conditioning treatment on her, blow dried her, and out the door she went. It was beautiful. So I'm going to try this weekend to make a video of the before and afters of that. I was so excited to learn this. I mean, my thing about learning is you have to have a mentor in anything we do. And then if you are trying to learn anything on your own, which I do that a lot too, and you get to a point where you're overwhelmed and you're like, your brain just can't absorb another word or a technique or anything. It's just not wrapping its head around it. Step away from it and come back to it and go watch a video, go to Pinterest, look at pictures, read again some more information that people are trying to offer, and it'll all just kind of come together. And one of my favorite things to say is, it's not rocket science. It's been done already, right? We're not building a rocket ship. So just keep pushing until you get past that discomfort zone. But I hope this helps somebody to dive into something new this weekend. It's something that's been just in your mind and won't go away, and you're wanting to learn how to do it. We got our phones with us 24/7. It's an endless source of information. I learned how to make pie crust the other night. I was YouTubing like crazy, looking at videos, and this girl getting ready to make some pies for Christmas. and I'm going to share that with y'all. I'm going to make some videos, but I just wanted to pop in because I have not been on much this week, and I do plan to post at least once a week. Something, I've got a fodder batch started right now, so I'm trying to kind of get in my head how I want to make, do I want to go live with this, but I'm kind of letting it do its thing right now so that whenever I do come on YouTube with it, you see some fodder grass, because right now I'm soaking it, the seed. Okay, so anyway, I've got to get going. I got to make my little eggs and get to Meemaw's. I hope y'all have a very blessed weekend, a very safe weekend, and just remember to share the blessings. Love you guys. Bye.